Have you ever seen other people with genetical gifts that made you lose hope when you saw your round face in the mirror? You Humpty Dumpty looking ass. Well, don't worry, I once felt the same pain, but did you know there's a training to develop these warrior-like sharp features, one quite popularized by Hollywood because they often use it for their own actors. For further insight, I actually had an overbite since birth, and doing this practice helped me quite a lot with that. I managed to pretty much fix it by myself, and you can improve your gorgeous face too. I used to be quite displeased with my own face. It was really round at the time and it was very, no sharp features, no nothing. I saw my cool skinny friends that had and I was like, damn. Why do I not have it? Is this not something that we all get? Why do they have it and I don't? Well, it is in fact something that we do all get, but some people get it easier than others and some people are born with more than others. However, it is something you can train and have for yourself. Without knowing what I was doing, I did this little thing that I found out on my own, which was simply to push my jaw forward a little bit like this. Right? And I did it specifically when I took photos or stuff like that, or when I was in class, without thinking much of it. And all of a sudden, one day, somebody told me, "Oh, you have a really nice jawline." And here I was thinking about how I never thought that about myself. I never thought I had a good jawline. I thought quite the opposite. I thought, damn, my jawline is terrible. And then for the first time, somebody told me. And then a second person told me. And then a third person told me. And I realized that I was doing something peculiar. And I actually did have a better jawline. I hated breathing through my mouth. Whenever I breathe through my mouth, I feel like a dog panting, right? Picture a dog when he's tired, whatever. It's like I thought to myself, damn, it's lame to breathe through your mouth. I just thought of that, a very innocent thought, but I didn't like it. That was enough for me to not do it. And I also pushed my jaw forward as like a weird habit. And then I realized that these were actually two components of something that was called mewing. And it wasn't as popular back then. This is like 4 or 5 years ago we're talking about. But I was mewing the whole time. The only thing that I wasn't doing was putting my tongue on the roof of my mouth, and this gave me a better jawline over time. It managed to change the structure of my face from a very round face to more defined. And I had an overbite, as I said earlier, which got fixed as well. There's a few things that I did for that, and I'll explain it to you right now. This is mewing for beginners. It's the very easy and quick, simple steps to mew is to simply breathe through your nose only. Yes, even if it's difficult, even if you have a cold or whatever, do it. If it's impossible, well, obviously don't die, don't suffocate yourself. But do what you can and do it as much as you can. Secondly, it will be to push your jaw slightly forward. So like I said, when you're talking, it's harder to mew. But when you're not talking, just go. Right? I think I did it. I couldn't see. And then third step, this is the only one that I didn't do, is to put the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Right there. So as you walk around town and you do whatever, or you go up some stairs, you may have the urge to breathe through your mouth. But remember at all times to just breathe through your nose, right? When you're speaking, you will notice that quite often you do something and then you catch air in order to talk. This is normal. You've probably seen me doing it in videos, but I'm getting better and better at that. But just make an effort, an active effort to do it. People actually, say, oh, it takes 6 months at least to see results, or a year, or whatever. If you do it intensively, you actually get results really quickly. In a matter of a month or two, you'll probably see something. But to do it intensively, you have to actually do it at all times. You can't just breathe through your nose and that's it. No, breathe through your nose. I'll even give you an extra tip here. This is a video for beginners, but anyway. As you do the whole shebang, jaw, nose, roof, tongue. Also, suck your cheeks in a little bit. So, I'm going to do it now. See if you can see me doing it. What that does is it makes for that feeling of hollow cheeks, which make the jaw in return more prevalent. And if you are to keep that strength, right, the cheeks sucked in, not too much though, and don't bite into them either like that. and you're doing the whole procedure and you're doing it for as long each day as you can, you will see results really quickly. I won't get into the science of it, it's not very important, but breathing through your nose essentially opens a pipe there in your neck, which allows for the air to go through there, and when the air goes through there, it pushes the jaw forward, yada yada, and this is why the jawline becomes better. I hope you liked the video. I've conditioned myself to breathe through my nose, and even when I work out I suffer, but I've breathed through my nose almost exclusively. In the last 5 years there's only been a few times that I've really breathed through my mouth, which was when I really could not breathe through my nose. Anyway, strive to be 1% better every day, and much love.